I'm gonna start by placing our glass into the center of our tomato, and then we're gonna carefully push that in and twist. And we're gonna remove the center just like that. Now we'll pick that up and place it over here with the rest. Let's grab our knife and get to chopping. I'm gonna chop all these little guys up into fine little pieces. This is one of my favorite breakfasts to make. It's super quick and easy, and I can't stop making it. All right, now that we got that all chopped up, let's pick it up and add it to our bowl. Let's grab the rest here and pop it in. Now here, I've got some fresh baby spinach, and we're just gonna chop that right into our bowl with our tomatoes. You can do any greens you like. I think spinach and tomatoes go really well together, so that's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, so we'll just sprinkle that right on top. Then we're gonna need 2 whole eggs, some crumbled up feta, and to season, we'll start with some salt, some black pepper, and lastly, some garlic and herb seasoning. All right, now it's time to mix all these yummy, delicious ingredients together just like this. I'm just gonna use a spatula because it helps with mixing it. This smells so good already, and we barely put anything in here. All right, now we're over here at the pan, and I'm just gonna add our tomato rings in here. I got a little bit of olive oil in there. Give them a little bit of space, and there we go. Then we're gonna take our egg mixture, and using a ladle, we're just gonna pour a little bit of that in there, just like this. Then we're just gonna keep working on this, get our next one. Not too much. These are gonna be so delicious once they're done. You can really do any toppings you like, and with the egg and the flour mixture, and then just pour it in, and you're gonna get the cutest little breakfast tomatoes that are perfect for brunch, family, or if you just want to be fancy and have something different than just regular old eggs. All right, now we're gonna pop the lid on these and let them cook for a couple of minutes before we flip them over. All right, it's been a couple of minutes. Let's get that lid off, and we'll start flipping these over gently. Wow, look at that, that's just perfect. All right, let's get our next one over here. Wow, there we go. All right, let's flip our last one here. There we go. All right, so these need to cook for maybe another minute or two, and then we can eat. All right, let's get these little cuties out of here and pop them onto our plate. There we go. All right, let's get our last one out. There we go. All right, for our finishing touches, I'm just gonna add on some freshly chopped parsley and a little bit of that crumbled up feta. There we go. This looks so good. All right, time for my favorite part, getting to eat. Look at that, that looks so yummy. Cheers. That is so delicious.